I think the biggest trend before COVID was, or the biggest disruption in internal comms was digital. I think there are many reasons for that. Obviously one of the reasons is the fact that people are now hybrid working more and more, so they're working remotely, they're not working so much in the office. So digital is the way in which you kind of reach out and talk to your people much more than it was pre-COVID. And also the fact, I just think the trend in general is to move much more towards kind of technology and digital as a way in which to talk to your people. There were some real learnings. So at Entain, I've been responsible for rolling out a global digital workplace that we launched in June this year, and there were some real learnings that I've taken from that. The first learning I think is really important when you're looking at designing a digital workplace is listen to your people. So have a product mindset around building out your digital workplace. Treat your employees as customers. So go and talk to your people, listen to what they want, listen to the experiences that are important to them. A lot of organisations I think are sometimes guilty of throwing technology into the business and potentially not doing that listening exercise, which is hugely important. So the second thing, which is really important, think about people's work day, think about the flow of work, think about where you can get content to people in that flow of work. As internal communicators, we're competing against lots of other different things in an employee's workday. So that might be a learning topic, or it might be an HR transaction, and then obviously people are there to do their job. So people aren't necessarily going to go to news and consume news in the way in which we expect or might want them to. And I think the third principle, a lot of organisations are moving to a digital workplace, kind of like much more multi-channel. So you've got to think about how you use those, how they work in harmony with each other, how you can create bite-sized and digestible content that people will want to consume in those different channels. You want to be story-centric and potentially creating that story in different content types, such as maybe a video, a blog, a podcast, and having all of those work together, because I think people are going to want to consume content in different ways, and as internal communicators we need to react to that and make sure that we're building out content experiences that hit people in the flow of work, that aren't disruptive to their workday, are very much focused around kind of like the trends we're seeing in the consumer world as well. We've obviously leaned on Microsoft technologies because we're licensed for Microsoft 365. We rolled out Yammer in April this year before our digital workplace, but it works in complete harmony with Entain.me, which is our digital workplace. We've gone for that kind of name, interestingly, because it's very much around the kind of like the future trends we see. So it's going to be like really personalised, relevant content, a really personalised, relevant experience, so that pretty much everybody will have their own unique experience when they land in the digital workplace ecosystem. That's kind of like our ambition and very much where we want to take things. So I didn't choose internal comms, it chose me. So I started in internal comms in 1998, I think, when it was a really kind of like a fairly immature kind of function. And I started in the call centre internal comms role, and it grew from there, and I just grew to love it. Over the years, like I've worked in lots of different types of internal comms roles, but now I'm really passionate about social media and digital, and I've been able to carve out a career, very much in that space, which is really exciting because for me that's where all of the disruption and the kind of like the innovation is coming from at the moment.